Hello everyone and welcome to yet another merchandise collection update. Recently I've got quite a bit of stuff and it's a very wide variety of stuff this time. A lot wider than before because it's been very much devoted to books recently, but I've really got a good variety of stuff and there's some interesting things in the mix here and I'm going to go straight through them. First of all, let's go through the books and then we'll go to the DVDs and CDs. So, let's start with the Target books that I got recently. They're here. So the first one is Survival, which actually, I'm a really big fan of this cover for some reason. I don't know why, but I just like the look of this book, like physically. So I don't understand. Like, I'm a big fan of this cover for some reason. I don't know. And I'm a big fan of Survival as well. It's an excellent story. I always enjoy this one. Another one I also have a big fondness for. It is The 10th Planet, for obvious reasons. Another interesting cover. It's a lot more. It's a design a lot more akin to, well, the ones from the 60s and 70s, isn't it? I really like the artwork on this one especially. It looks really cool actually, to be honest. I'm not sure which edition it is. I know it's not the first edition. But yeah, and then the next one isn't really a story that I like that much, but it was on sale. So yeah, I got it for £1. I really I don't despise it, but it's one of the weakest Pertwee stories that I've ever seen. But, you know, what can you do? The next one, though, I am a very big fan of. Yet again, it's a very unpopular choice, but I am quite a big fan of Silver Nemesis. I apologise, but I quite like Silver Nemesis. So, I can't really explain myself there. I just do. And I'm looking forward to reading Silver Nemesis, as well as, obviously, 10th Planet. And I've started reading Survival, believe it or not. So yes, there are the Target books. The next one is actually a script book. It is script book of Power of the Daleks. This is actually really appropriate. This is one of my favourite stories, yet again. It's in my top 10. And it's basically a book of basically the script of Power of the Daleks, and it is really appropriate to what I'm doing because I'm doing college, in case you guys don't know, and it's a film and media course, and this is really appropriate for that, and it's one of my favourite stories, so it's a win-win. So there you go. The next couple of books are all new series, and this one is Peacemaker. Found it cheap in a charity shop. I didn't have it. Well, I did have it before. It came in a box set with loads of my other new series books that I have. New series adventure books. But for some reason I misplaced it. I mean, when I was younger, I wasn't really that kind to some of my books, and I think my original one didn't get the best handled. Didn't really treat it well. But luckily this one, I got this for a cheap price, so there you go, Peacemaker. I don't really know anything about it, to be honest. Then I also got 2 11th Doctor books from a convention that I went to, and they are Apollo 23 and Night of the Humans. I've read Apollo 23. I've read 3/4 of it, and I'm tempted to give up, to be honest. The storyline is alright. It's nothing too bad with the storyline. It's just the style of writing. It's just a bit too. I don't know. It's a bit silly. It's a bit too in your face. It's hard to explain. They've made the Doctor way too eccentric for my liking, and they've made him Bond a bit too flirty. I don't know. There's something about it that just puts me off of it. I'm going to try and finish it because I've committed to it so far. But, you know, I don't know. I don't know. And then Night of the Humans, I haven't read this one, but I've heard it's shit. But what can you do? Yeah, and then this is a box set that I found for £1, and it's new condition, and it is 3 more of these 11th Doctor books, and they contain Touched by an Angel, Paradox Lost, and Borrowed Time. So I'm going to take these out real quick. So, yes, haven't read any of these, but these are in mint condition, and I found this box set for £1 on eBay, so I can't really complain there. Look, mint condition, it's really, really interesting. Yeah, completely new. But yeah, Borrowed Time, I don't know anything about any of these books, but and there's Paradox Lost, and then Touched by an Angel. Yeah, I don't know anything about these, but I think the one I will enjoy the most is probably going to be either Touched by an Angel or Borrowed Time. I just don't really like the look of Paradox Lost. Just something about it just, I don't know, bugs me. I don't know. Makes me worried that it might be one of those sort of stories. Moving on from books, there is 2 comics that I bought at the same time because there was a sale. Buy one get one half price in WH Smith, and they are the 10th Doctor comics. Wow, that's big on camera, isn't it? And that was my bookmark. Yeah, and then I also got volume 2 of this because why not? And read this one. So far it's really, really good. I'm going to move straight onto this one after I've read that one. So yes, I don't really want to tell you anything, but it is very good. So far, I am really enjoying it. It is a very good one, the first one. I do quite recommend it, actually. So, yes, there are those. I don't know. It's quite good. Yeah. Then we have 2 DWM magazines. One of them I got a little bit less than a month ago. And it is issue 511. And this is a this fills up the whole screen. I can't really. And then it comes with a magazine inside, actually, and it is the one with the Doctor and the Mondasian Cybermen. If you can, it's probably also on the other side. I can't really show you it, but I'm going to put it up on the wall behind me. Oh, Nardole, that just triggered me. But oh, can you see it there? I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, that'll probably go up on my wall behind me for my setup. But yeah, there you go. There's the magazine. I've read bits of it. There's a cool interview, and yeah, I quite like it. There's information about the earlier episodes that have since come out now. But you know, there's information about recent books that have came out, and it's quite good. The comic strip I haven't actually read yet in here, but yeah, there you go. And then the other one, which I literally got like today, as of the day that I'm filming this, and it is the next one, 512, and it is, yeah, I literally flicked through this one. So far I've read information about the next episode called Knock Knock, and it's interesting to say the least. I'm a bit annoyed that it didn't really show us information about episode 7, because that is part 3 of that episode of that story. You know, which consists of Extremis, Pyramid at the End of the World, and then I've forgotten what the last one is called actually, but yeah, oh no, it's called Lie of the Land. That's what the third part of that is called. But it doesn't really tell us anything about it in this issue, which bugs me a bit. But what can you do? Yeah, what can you do? Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I quite like the look of it so far. Yeah, there you go. Now the next little things that I have are all these really quirky ones, which yeah, so they're like these little Mr. Men things, and here's the first Doctor one, the 12th Doctor, and the 11th. I got to really say, my mum got me these as a joke, but I think it's kind of funny because this really made me laugh. Look at the Cybermen. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, there's them. After that, let's just move on. That's it with all reading material. The next things we have are some Big Finish, because there was a sale on because it was Peter Davidson's birthday a couple of weeks ago, and it took ages to get these delivered because of, I don't know why, but Big Finish just wouldn't send it out, and we had to keep demanding for you know them to send it, but they wouldn't. But I got two of Peter Davidson stories. I got Eldred Must Die and Prisoners of Fate, and they arrived this morning. Yes, really irritating that it took them 3 weeks to finally dispatch what we ordered, and then pretty frustrating, but whatever. At least I got them now, and it was a sale, and I got both of these for £6 plus an extra £1.50 for delivery. But yeah, I'm happy to have these. I really like the look of Eldred Must Die. It looks really obscure. I don't know, and you know, yeah. And then this one looks kind of interesting as well, actually, in a different sort of way. And yeah, very cool. Yeah, there you go. So there's the Big Finishes I got. Moving on to DVDs, I got a rather hated, well, it's a very controversial one, I'll say the least, but it's Creature from the Pit. I got that quite a while ago, actually. Really only got it for completist reasons, because, you know, I don't know. There's a lot to say about this story, to be honest. But what can you do? Yeah. Yes. Anyway. And then the next DVD I got, well, it was in a box set, and it's called Mara Tales, and and it is consists of Kinder and Snake Dance, and yes, there you go. I only got this for completist reasons, really, because both of these are very controversial stories, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, very psychedelic, I've heard Kinder is, and I don't know anything about Snake Dance, to be honest, but I just know that some people love it and some people despise it. I don't know if anybody loves it, to be honest, but yeah, I don't know. There they are. I also spotted this, and I decided to pick it up because, well, why not? And it is a very good story. Spearhead from Space Blu-ray edition. Yes, I decided to pick it up. Yeah, I'm a really big fan of Spearhead from Space, and I have experienced it on Blu-ray, and there is an improvement to the special effects, but I mean, let's be honest, it can't be improved much from, you know, the 1970s, you know, version. You know, it can't really be improved that much, like make it more HD. But yeah, I'm happy to have it because I am a big fan of Spearhead from Space. I really love this one, so it's good. I'm happy to have it. I'm not really complaining. But then this last thing I got, I don't know anything about this, but I just know that it's an odd one. It is a record. It's a vinyl, and it's this, and it fills up the whole bloody screen. It's the special sound effects of Doctor Who, and if I just open it up, there you go. There's the vinyl. Found it in a charity shop for a really good price, actually. I don't know if it's rare. I don't know anything about this. I just know that I got it quite a while ago, to be honest. But yeah, It's very interesting, to say the least. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. That's all of my stuff I got in my collection, really. Really looking forward to listening to the big finishes I got. Yeah, some of the books I haven't read yet. I'm looking forward to reading some of those. Yeah, with that said though, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.